Good morning, and welcome to Integrity Biofeedback Academy and Quantum Life. And we are your Wednesday morning presenters. I am Brenda Judah, and I'm co-owner of Integrity Biofeedback Academy. And I am joined this morning by Miss Sharon Oyer, who is over there fiddling with her computer right now. And we are very happy to be back in the state of Florida. We have been away, as everybody knows, for 2 weeks, and so when I hit the button and let you come on in, it was very nice to see so many of you coming in. I see some new people. Kathy, welcome to the call, and we have been working with you while we were away, and also I think Nancy, I saw a couple of names there, and not to leave anybody out, but I'm just saying a couple of people that we've been working with while we've been on the road as well. So we're always very happy to see new people on the call. This particular presentation every Wednesday morning is free to you. It is a Q&A, which is a hint right now for you to jump right in there and start typing in your questions. Please, please, please get some questions going this morning. We have nothing left over from the week before we left, and so we want your questions this morning and your comments and anything that you need some help with. I have a couple of things that I'll share with you this morning, but generally we are driven in this particular Wednesday morning presentation by your questions. So if you are brand new to the device, there are no questions that are out of bounds. If you're old to the device, there are no questions that are out of bounds. Okay, so anything that you need help with just let us know, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you. This is not an educational class in the sense that this is a course that is taught specific situations or specific areas within the device. It is a Q&A time only. So Sharon's going to talk to you about a couple of other things, the Proficiency, which is a very specific course. To those of you who are new to the iNfinity, this is a great product, and she'll be talking to you about that in just a couple of minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. This is a disclaimer that every single week, did it change? Our screen didn't change. Okay, let's see what happens here. Maybe I have it on pause. Hold on, everybody. I did have it on pause. Okay, so the screen has changed now. It's a good thing that I know occasionally what I'm doing. As I said, we've been away for 2.5 weeks. We've met some really great people. We've talked about the iNfinity. We've talked about the other products that we work with, and we have met some fantastic people. We've met medical personnel. We have met practitioners of all kinds, and then laymen who are beginning to use all of these different biofeedback devices that are out on the market today. And energy devices is actually a better and more true term to what we're doing. So having said that, this is what we're going to make sure that we do every single time. And you see how I did that? Every single time that we're on the call, we want to just make sure that everybody gets this disclaimer. This is very important, and we want to do the right thing in each of our classes so that you know how important it is to stay within the confines of the law, and this is one of the big important things. The iNfinity app works like an evoked potential biofeedback device. The information provided here should not be, I want you to get that, not be construed as a claim or representation that this program is intended for use in the diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment, prevention of disease, or any other medical condition. An evoked potential biofeedback device records subtle reactive informational stress potentials provided by the client during the assessment procedure. The program evaluates such responses and then challenges the individual with that information by feeding it back to the client. This process merely assists the body's own natural defense mechanism by encouraging energetic balance and harmony. Please remember, only duly qualified and licensed healthcare practitioners may make assumptions relative to specific disorders or medical conditions. Quantum Life and Integrity Biofeedback Inc. and Academy shall not be responsible for any such misrepresentations. As always, this is so important that you truly, truly, truly do stay within your scope of practice. And to know this is not a diagnostic system. This is a system that is giving information about stress potentials in the client's energy field. Okay, we also want to say that Karen Williams is the CEO of Quantum Life. There is her email address. I know some of you have wanted to chat with Karen about a couple of different things. Karen is very good about getting back to everybody. So if you have a question that goes above your product, product questions can come to us. Information about the 2.0 coming out, that is something that Karen is working on right now with the programmer, and several of us are aware of it, but we don't have an actual date yet. But if you have questions or anything, you can always shoot an email to Karen@quantumlife.com. This is our information, IBA, www.biofeedbackedu.com. That is the educational website. We encourage you to just go to that educational website and peruse it so that you can take a look at what we have there to offer you. It's very, very important that as you're moving forward with your device, that you take a look and see what kind of education that you can get involved in. Also on our website there is the Associates Program at the same address. The Associates Program lets you share information about your device, and if somebody says, hey, I want an iNfinity, hey, I want a Beamer, hey, I want this, I want that. Wonderful, because when you sell those things through us, we send you money for doing that, for sharing. And I just want to be clear too, both of us, Integrity Biofeedback as well as Karen and Quantum Life, we both have specific associates programs. I also want you to know that if you are working with us, that we also, when we say for them to purchase through us, if you're one of our associates, what we mean by that is we need to complete the actual sale in order for us to be able to give you a commission for that. We offer the same exact sales that are going on with Quantum Life. We are a broker of Quantum Life, and so when you see the new sale that's $12.97, we give you the same sale. So there is no difference in the pricing between us. So again, if you're a little bit confused there, I just want you to know that we at Integrity, as well as going directly to Quantum Life, we both make the same sales, and the same promotions are offered by both of us. There is our email, integritybiofeedback@gmail.com, and there's our phone number if you need us. I'm going to turn this over to Sharon right here at the beginning. No, I'm not.
Before you do that, well, can you back up to the screen before this, because Karen is saying it should be -life. I think that's what she's saying on the information. Oh, yes, is that correct, Karen?
Karen at quantum-life.com.
Yeah, there's a -life there, so I'm not sure what she means by that with a thumbs up, but yes, good, okay. I just want to make sure her information was correct.
Absolutely. I want them to call her and to get on that call. Okay, Sharon, I'm going to switch it over to you and just let you take it over for a moment there.
There we go. I didn't make sure all my buttons are being pushed correctly over here. Just want to remind you, if you're new, we do have several new people on the call today, that we do have a proficiency training that is available through Integrity Biofeedback Academy. We just finished this a few weeks ago, and it's something that everybody's been asking for a very long time. It's actually 5 hours, as you see there, of video recordings with a 62-page full color manual. It's all about how to use your iNfinity to its greatest potential. It tells you everything you ever would want to know, maybe some things that you don't want to know, but you need to know. I've just copied a table of contents here, table of contents, so you can see everything that's included. There's session 1 in the manual, and the manual correlates, of course, with the instruction that you get from Brenda. Again, a video recording, basic definitions and principles, what is biofeedback, how is it used, and so forth. General information about the iNfinity app. Session 2 is all about the client information, what you need to take from them, a little bit about the informed consent form that if you're a practitioner, you must have everyone sign this form to remain legal and within your scope of practice. It's a protection for you. You must have one of those in every file of your clients or patients. How to open the app, about client records, how to take the picture and store the picture, and what does the spectral voice analysis mean, and what do you do as the client sits down, or as you're doing it on yourself or your family and friends, how do you prepare them for the session? Taking off glasses, watches, a lot of specific instruction there that is good for you to know. How to talk to them about what you're about to do with your iNfinity, some basic instructions so they kind of know what to expect, and so forth. It also covers the personalized energetic signature. How to type in these things and what it should look like and sound like and so forth. It'll talk all about the Da Vinci screen initial scan. Again, what to look for, how to know where to go from there even, and then how to end the session with the client. Session 3 starts with the individual panels, specific instructions about the brain panel, how to use the rechecking items on each of the panels. It also includes the aura panel, the body organs panel, the chakra and emotional panel, what and how to balance things that come up in those particular profiles. Session 4 continues with all the rest of the profiles that you see on your iNfinity. Step by step, how to discern what to do on those panels and what are the priorities and so forth. Session 5 is a lot of things as you see there, how to do the biocompatibility test, how to use the cross-analysis, how to customize your own panels, talks about the Nogure panel. Backing up to Dropbox is what you should be doing at this point in time to protect your information and your profiles in there. How to receive customized panels from other people, including us, and other ones that you buy from other practitioners or professionals. How long should your session time be generally? And how can you gauge that? Working with children, working with very ill clients. What does that mean? How does that compare to a normal session? We also talk a little bit about the legalities of using your system, especially if you're a practitioner, but even if you're not. Again, using with family or friends. What are you legally able to say what you're doing and what you can't say that you're doing and so forth. The appendix in the manual, again, it's a 62-page manual, full color with graphics and arrows so that you know step by step how to work your iNfinity. The appendix includes that cross-analysis list that has hundreds, if you've been in there, of items that you can use. They're all listed in there so that you can print the manual off and have that for easy reference to know how to use that and what's actually in that list. This course has now been approved by the Natural Therapy Certification Board. We're very pleased to announce that, and everything that we offer is approved by that International Natural Therapy Certification Board. The cost of this course is only $199. That includes all the recordings and also includes the manual as well. So it is well worth that $199, and so we hope that you take advantage of that. Again, we also offer the Stress Management Certification Program, authorized and certified by the Natural Therapies Certification Board. You can tell I've been on a few days of vacation. You can go on our website, biofeedbackedu.com, and see all about that. If you have any questions or want to talk to us about that, just give us a call and we'll be happy to talk to you about where you fit. Some of you professionals and practitioners that already are certified or licensed in other areas in the integrative field may be exempt from some of the requirements of the NTCB for that, and I'd be happy to go over that with you if you're interested. You can read about it under the, again, on our education website, or just order it on the order registration tab. It's all there for you. Yeah, and maybe now we can turn it over to Karen to talk about the conference, if this is a good time.
Yes. Let me go down and find her.
So again, just let us know if you have any questions about the course, about certification, and we will be happy. You can take the course separately. You don't have to be part of the certification program to take that course, of course. Of course. I wondered if we were going to get a song.
Unmuted, by the way. So we're handing it off to you, Karen.
Okay, I am unmuted? Oh, good. Okay, thank you. I love the curtain there. It looks so mysterious.
You're very mysterious women. That's what people say all the time. You're a mystery.
Magical and mysterious.
That's right.
Yeah. I had a wonderful weekend. Drove from Santa Barbara to Tempe, Arizona to meet with Nina Silva and Jimmy Holman for the first time. Lovely people, very, very sweet people. It was a great conference and gave out flyers to everybody there, so everybody's aware of the conference in Orlando. Nina and Jimmy are very excited about the conference in Orlando and meeting all of you and everyone else within the Quantum Life community that's going to be there. And it was a beautiful conference that Nina did. She shared a lot of information about the technologies, the different technologies, like you mentioned this morning, Brenda. And there is so much out there. I mean, it's such an exciting time to be on the planet right now with what's coming through in terms of technology and products. And so there'll be vendors there with sharing their products and information. So I don't know whether anybody has any questions, or Brenda and Sharon, if you have any questions. I know you've been on the road, and hopefully you were totally safe and not affected by the hurricane.
We were totally safe. We were stopped. We had a little. Charlie offered us a few more. Charlie, oh boy, yeah. Matthew offered us about 4 or more days on the road that we were not expecting, because it took us that long to get through some of the areas that were affected and be able to get home to Southwest Florida. So thanks.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
We do have one question that has come in, because I know that a lot of people are getting information about the 2.0, and we're getting questions about when is it coming out. Can you just give us a little update on the progress of that?
Yeah, I did speak with Joshua last week, and he's making a lot of progress. It's very exciting. All the bugs and glitches that we've experienced with the current Quantum iNfinity will be gone. The client intake form will be completely different. There's people working with Joshua from within the Quantum Life community to enhance move. So we've got a much better device. Of course, for those of you that are not aware, though I'm sure everyone is by now, it will be cross-platform. It will be compatible with Linux, so we won't be limited to just the mobile devices. Sorry, there was a call coming in there. So we're hoping December. We'll definitely be able to share a lot in November at the conference. And I'm not absolutely sure yet whether we're going to have a working app to give to everybody. I will know more on that. I'll call Joshua today and provide some information by email, an update.
Just for some clarity, Joshua is our programmer, and he is the one that is doing all of the stuff that needs to be done. And when Karen says cross-platform, I know there are a lot of people that may not get what that means. That means that we are going to actually be doing it online. You can do it from your computers. There are all kinds of different operating systems and things, and it will be across those as well now. However, Karen, I think my question to you, and I'm just thinking about now that you mentioned that, I believe what I understand is that once we go to that app, you must be online to use the app. Is that correct? Because everything is going to be held on or in the cloud. Is that right?
For right now, yeah. But we'll still have I'm always going to keep the current Quantum Infinity.
Yes.
That's
yes.
always going to stay with Quantum Life. That's
Yes.
a Quantum Life product exclusively. And I know there's been some confusion around that, but it's all being worked out legally, thankfully.
Mm-hmm. And so again, just to be clear, so the Infinity app as we know it and love it today, which we can use, you do not have to be online to use your app. That will always remain for us. And if somebody wants that, let's say who lives in the backwoods somewhere and they don't have Wi-Fi or whatever, or they choose not to have it, they will always be able to purchase that product. And then now, with the new product coming out, as I understand it, we will be receiving a free upgrade. So when that upgrade comes, do we automatically lose the existing Infinity app, or do we end up with both?
With both, for now, until Joshua's created, the ability for it to work offline as well as online, and he's working on that right now.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Great. Yeah, that's really important because I know while we were away, we had some people ask us that. And as we know, we have taught in the past, as well as some of the other educators, that it's always best not to be online when you're using the device because you don't want the Wi-Fi's coming in and out. Unfortunately, I have to when I'm teaching here. So of course, when we're looking at some things, you'll see different things popping across my screen. But that's only because I'm having to use that to mirror to the computer. But basically, it's better if you're not actually getting that interference. So that was just one of the questions too that we had. So
yeah,
okay.
Thanks for mentioning that, Brenda. That's a very important thing to mention, right?
Super.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple questions coming in too, and I'm sorry if you said this because I've been reading questions as well on clarifying all of this. What happens when the app does get upgraded? Did you just talk about that?
Yes.
Yeah, there'll be, right, people will be able to keep both. The current Infinity and the new one.
Will the iLife Infinity app also have continuing updates when the 2.0 arrives?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be taking over development of the current Quantum Infinity. It's being held hostage right now, as we all know. And that's being worked out too.
Yes.
And the last question is actually for Brenda and I. They're talking about will they get a new manual? Yes. You will, a free updated manual as well. If you've purchased already this proficiency training for the current Infinity device.
I'm going to help you, Sharon. I'm going to help you.
I'm struggling today. Yes. Already purchased that, you will get a free updated manual with the 2.0. We're just going to do that for you, and so you don't have to wait till then. If you wait and get the 2.0 later on, some of you I know are on trial and are trying to think about what to do, you will be able to purchase a new proficiency training for the 2.0, but that will be for purchase if you don't have an existing one. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's what Karen is doing actually. If you go ahead and you already own the Infinity app, you get the new one free of charge when the update or the 2.0 comes out. If you do not own one, and if you happen to be on a trial right now and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to wait, well, that's okay. It will cost you more. I believe it's $12.97. Is that correct, Karen?
Correct.
Yeah. Yes. So it's great. I mean, Karen's giving you a great boost, and so are we to buy now. Save yourself $300, and
exactly.
Yeah,
it's quite
great time to do it.
Yeah.
It is. I like it.
And I like the proficiency training. I am so blown away by what you two have done. Thank you so much. It's amazing.
Thank you for saying that. We're getting great response from the people that are taking it, and
Sure.
as I said this morning, this is not an educational course that they're on Wednesday mornings. It's just a Q&A. I don't mean to say just a Q&A. It's very important and can be very powerful, and I get a lot of great feedback from this. However, this is not a step-by-step, and this is not covering every single panel going through. So yes, the iNfinity, or the proficiency for the iNfinity was something that we've been hearing probably for 5 years, and finally we just said, let's do it. So,
well, I'm glad you did. Thank you.
yes.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, are we ready to move on, or you have anything else? Okay, great.
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards
Thank
and
you.
upwards. Thanks, Karen. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Well, probably one more important thing, if they want to sign up for the conference.
Oh, well, that would be, yeah.
Go to their website, which is
Sharon.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you can go to quantum-life.com.
There you go.
Can sign up there, and everybody who's on the mailing list has already received their information that's been coming from Karen, so you can go right there to the link that's on your new emails that were sent out the other day, I think yesterday morning actually. So please go ahead and sign up right there through the email, or if you didn't get the email, go to quantum-life.com and go ahead and sign up there. Excellent. Okay, everybody has been mentioning the hurricane to us, and we thank you so much. We got a lot of feedback from a lot of our students and people asking us if we were okay. Indeed, we were. We were on the West Coast. We were scheduled to have tropical storm force winds, which we didn't actually end up having. Sharon has family on the East Coast, as well as I have family in Jacksonville, who everyone fared very, very well. There has been a lot of damage in that Jacksonville area, in the St. Augustine, which is the oldest city in our country, and we were just actually heading up there the following weekend, 2 weeks from now, and I don't think that will be possible. So that's kind of sad to see how something so important to our history maybe has taken a pretty big hit. The reason I have Hurricane Andrew on, oh, for heaven's sakes, Sharon, Hurricane Matthew. You know what? And I just want to say that look at how many men's names, just to really goad the men on the call today, how many men's names have really been powerful storms. We've had Charlie, which wiped out Sharon. She walked away with a couple of suitcases and lost everything else. Andrew was a devastating hurricane. Matthew has been devastating. And of course, in that lineup, we had Donna and Katrina, who are, and Wilma. But I think the men's names, Hugo, and I think they've really been the bad ones. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you what that looks like, because it's about energy, people. It's about energy. That hurricane did not start out looking like that. This is what we talk about all the time when we talk about the iceberg principle. And we usually bring the iceberg up on our screen and talk to you about it. But I'm showing you the hurricane because that hurricane started out as a wind, okay, as a higher level wind. And what happens is it gets picked up over the warm waters of the Atlantic Ocean in our particular situation and scenario. And as that energy begins to build, it draws in more energy and more energy and more energy until finally you have something that looks like this. So the hurricane is very, very powerful indeed because of the vibrational energy within it and the damage that can be done. I just wanted to show you what I have done here. I put in a picture of the state of North Carolina. North Carolina actually became a state in November 21st of 1789. Our current app does not allow us to go. It allows you to scroll to 1789, but it does not allow you to choose it. So it just automatically chose 1905 for the birth date of North Carolina. I allowed that because my intention is to send positive energy to North Carolina now as she is. So I let the birth date become 11/21 of 1905. Of course, in the symptoms and characteristics of North Carolina, I put loss and fear and pain. And so what I did was I built a particular panel just to see what would the state of North Carolina collectively ask for. What does it need? So just looking at those numbers there again, you can see safety is a big one at 108. We can see support right now at 676 is something that they're needing. Financial abundance to help the people that are in those storms right now that are rebuilding their lives. It's going to be very important. So what you can do is you can take those things, everybody, and you can send those things to them. Drop some up there, put some support down here. Safety, put that up in there. Put anything that you want, that you see there. Any of those things would be valuable to them. However, those happen to be generally, right now, the collective areas: safety, support, financial abundance for rebuilding, happen to be the ones that the state is collectively asking for. And of course, the state is what? People. Okay, so that is the energy. I want to show you exactly how I did this. And so we can see I wanted to do that right there for you. And then I wanted to be able to go in and show you exactly what I did do. So we're going to go ahead and hit back. And then we're going to go out of this. Yep, I know. Thank you very much. And I had just placed in there North Carolina. Again, the system does not let us go any farther back than 1905. These were the identifying characteristics. The picture was the state of North Carolina, and I chose one. You won't be able to see it clearly because after you once scanned it, it's a little bit blurry. But what I did was I chose one that had every single county named in the picture. And then I went ahead and scanned that and did exactly the same thing. So I'm going to show you exactly again how I did that if Sharon's system will cooperate with me, which it isn't, but there it goes.
Somehow I'm not surprised at that this morning, but oh, is it working?
It is working. Yes, we shall not speak bad of the system. Okay. So what we did was I put in, again, the different names. I put in, for this one, let's do Haiti. And I don't, what is it? Is it a British, Sharon, is it a British colony? I don't know. Blah, 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 but okay, so maybe I'll put in Haiti twice. The date of birth for Haiti, it was born, speaking, January 1st of 1804. So I just went back, I put in January 1st, and again, as I was sharing with you, it won't let us go anywhere past 1905, so it automatically does that. So I'm just not going to fight with the system at this point in time because I want to get this in there.
Nanette's saying it's French. Thank you.
French. Thank you.
She gets the bonus points today.
And why is it doing that? Well, let's try this. Okay, you're acting up here. Okay. Thank you, Nanette. So identifying characteristics, of course, loss, disease there, because of the fact that what happens is the ability for them to, I hate to say this, but to remove the bodies and clear out some of the things that are taking place there is really not an easy thing for them to do. So, and then what I did here was I went to the photo library and I found a picture of Haiti. And I just put that in like that. And I hit scan. Those of you who want to take the time to do this, you are sending powerful energy. The reason that I would use the device as opposed to me, just generally without my product, is because of the fact that my heart uh, just kind of falls over into sympathy, okay, or pity. We can't send them that because that isn't a vibration that brings them anything. It doesn't take them up. It doesn't give them anything to move towards. So what we want to do is we want to be able to send them the higher vibrations of the things that we have placed in this particular area. Okay, come on, computer. And so let's go down here. Here is restoration again. We created this panel for it. I do apologize that the devices are a little bit slow today. I think that that's probably, it's picking it up from us. So again, anything you can think of, you don't have to put in there the things that I put in. Put in there anything that you want that would be appropriate for these people in those areas in your mind, okay? So now looking here at Haiti, look at, we see this, we see peace at 18, okay? Well, that makes sense because they've been quite ravaged for many, many years now. We see restoration is very chronic. We see safety is very acute. We see spiritual healing, 752, very, very powerful. I think one of the things that we're seeing is that they do not feel that, you know, they kind of feel like they have been victimized here. And certainly we see that, and they were victimized by an earthquake, and they were, you know, they've had a lot of horrible things that have happened there. So, you know, they do definitely need spiritual healing. This has been chosen by the collectiveness of Haiti, not by me, but that certainly makes sense to me. Support is also very, very much an issue. So, you know, you could put them all down in this particular area, or split them up and just send these things. 642, emotional healing as well. Even though it's not over 660, it's something that would be very powerful. So go ahead and set your timers for a minute there and go ahead to the MEP. And let's send these people something that is of value to them. It is so important that we are all citizens of the world. And our world has taken a horrible hit. And you can put in the state of Florida, you can put in South Carolina, you can put in North Carolina, Georgia. As Sharon and I, we were actually in South Carolina teaching, and as we were dropping down through the states, we were clear over. We had to go to Tennessee to even find a room to stay because so many people had evacuated. And the winds were quite high even in Tennessee. So it was very interesting. I can't even imagine, don't even want to imagine the power of that thing there coming in right where you lived. So, you know, again, just send them good energy however you do it. And as I've been kind of blathering as I've been going along here, what I am saying is that my tendency is when I am praying for them or I am thinking of them, that I tend to start picking up the fear of what it must have felt like. I'm a mom and a grandmother, and so as I think of the little children, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, so then I tend to veer away from sending them high vibration. I want to talk to you also about Syria this morning. You know, put Syria in here. If this strikes a chord with your heart, put Syria in your device. When you see those faces of those children and those mothers and their desperations, and the fathers as well, who are begging for somebody to help them, no matter what your political beliefs are, no matter what your feelings are about, again, how, you know, we should be taking care of the world or whatever, you know what? Again, we are citizens of the world, of the universe. And so, you know what? Put Syria in here. Put whatever you feel is appropriate and create a whole panel for Syria and be able to put this into your device. So I strongly recommend that for anybody that this, again, is striking a chord with. I think it would be a great thing to do. And I'm sure some of you will be thinking, why can't we put the candidates in there? You know what? I'm backing off of that one, but you can do whatever you want.
You,
Um,
You know, I was thinking about that, not necessarily the candidates, but maybe, I mean, certainly. How about a picture of the United States of America, like you're doing with this country, and
Yes.
just putting in some things like clarity, uh, respect, tolerance. I was just jotting down some
Connectedness. Yeah.
unity, connectedness, and
Yes.
sending us as a people those things, because if at any time we need clarity, this is the
Yeah.
time. So that would be number one word that I comes to my mind with this. And Nanette said, this is so happy to be able to be doing this. And she has a great question here. Does it matter how long you set the timer for? In this instance, because you're doing an entire country or a part of the world, is that a little bit different than when you're working on individuals?
Absolutely. Thanks, Nanette, for weighing in on that. Absolutely. You can set your timers for as long as they will go, okay? And you can repeat them as often as you like for this, because as Sharon says, you are sending them to an entire population. You're not sending a vibration directly to somebody's liver for 2 days or 2 hours. You are sending vibration to an overall area. So we're hoping to saturate that area with these vibrations. And I would guarantee you that if people were praying health and praying strength and praying clarity without dipping down into some of the more sadness and things like that, we would see a shift. So again, that's one reason for using your devices, because the device is sending purity and strength and all of this without the sadness and the grief involved. So definitely do it for as long as you can. When you're doing the MEP, you can go up to 32 minutes. You could just do these, set your timer for 0 and just hit that. As you can see up here at the top, what I've done is I set my timer for 0, and now I'm just sending the vibrations of peace, restoration, and emotional healing at a 0. It can run as long as you leave it run. So thank you for that question, and it can clarify that. If you're going to do that, you've probably put all 6 of the items in one multi-layer there or in the top, and just begin sending them the energy for that. So very, very interesting things. For those of you who know what the harmonic energetic balancing system is, HEB, if anybody on the call happens to have an HEB, that is something that is like a prayer wheel. It works 24/7, and so we have put countries on here. We've had people that have requested certain countries to be placed on the system, and we have certainly done that. Different groups of children in different countries and things like that. And again, it is sending a true frequency and signal to that area, again, without the conflict of the sadness, the grief, the loss. Because as all of us, one of the things I talk about in some of my classes is the fact that you can be just bebopping along and feeling really, really great and having a great time, come in and flip on CNN, which uh, I tell my clients, don't flip on CNN. However, Sharon and I sat glued to the Weather Channel and CNN when we weren't with clients and students while we were away, because we were paying attention. It didn't do anything for us, and it certainly couldn't have helped us send any love to our family and friends, because we became so despondent that we had to crawl to practically get out of our hotel room. But anyhow, when you're feeling really, really great, and then you come in and you do turn on the TV to something like that, and you find out that something devastating has happened, or you see the pictures from Syria, people say, well, you can't put your head in the sand. No, but if you want to do something positive, you need to keep your energy up. And so, again, doing it with devices like these, and your life system, and your skios, and your on-demands, and your HEBs, and your whatever else that we have going on, is a fantastic way of doing it, because the device is not emotionally connected and does not experience the intrusion of some of those other vibrations. Okay.
Dolores wants clarification. When you had that whole list up there and financial abundance was listed there, what is the whole label just above financial abundance? Because I know it does cut off. You can't see the whole thing.
Feel connected to the country is what I said there. In that one, Dolores, but I think it probably would be better defined. I was doing this quickly, so maybe just feeling connected to others, maybe. But I was trying again. This is certainly not an exhaustive list here. I was thinking this morning, what is the best thing, and what would I need? I mean, we have both been in these situations. Again, as I said, Sharon lost everything, so probably would have been better for her to tell me what the list should contain, because certainly there are a lot of emotional things going on as you're moving through that. And clarity was one that is actually missing from that should certainly be there, because there's clarity in making decisions, very much so, about what you can take with you, what you can't, how dangerous is it to go into a particular area. And I mean, these are all things that are happening to our brothers and our sisters right now around the world. How dangerous is it for me to run back to get that one item or to pick up that one thing? And, again, for us as human beings, we are so connected to things. They define us. They shouldn't, but they do. And so if you happen to be the keeper of the records of your family and your great-grandparents, and you had this and you had the pictures, or maybe someone that you love has been lost to you, and then when the hurricane comes or some other devastation, and the only things that you have that connects you to them is something physical, in your home, it's very, very hard for people not to go back into those dangerous situations to get those things. Pets are another huge, 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 huge issue. And so, you could do another whole panel for them. And I mean, some people may think, well, that's weird, or she's weird with what she's saying this morning. Hopefully that I don't think we will, because people that are involved in conscious awareness, as you all are, because you are doing the iNfinity, you certainly have a heart for the world in general. Okay.
And Nanette is saying, yes, that's beautiful. My heart aches some days for those who are going through so much turmoil in the world today. Looking forward to helping. So amazing. Thank you. It is true. When you watch these things, you don't know what to do. And if we all had a lot of money to send to help, we certainly would. But this is the best thing that, more than that, I believe. So good.
Okay. Any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
We do have a question about the aura profile or panel. This is from Kathy. Thank you for typing this in. She says, when it is highlighted on the initial scan on the Da Vinci profile there, what does it mean when that is highlighted?
Okay.
Great question.
Yep, I would say that is a great question. When we originally see, do your initial scan right here, which is what Kathy's talking about, and welcome, Kathy, it's telling you that the energy that is around the person needs to be balanced, okay? And I was going to do this anyhow, so I'm glad you asked me to do this. Now, we've got Haiti on here, okay? So look at what's coming up, and I'll get to this question here in just a minute, Kathy, but again, for those of you that are following along and still kind of stuck in that energy field that we're talking about, look at toxicity and stress. Doesn't that make sense? You betcha. Risks, you betcha. Phobias, you betcha. Fear, things like that is taking place in those areas. Toxicities and stressors that are taking place in those areas. We can see that, generally speaking, a lot of stress in the spinal energy as well, and even needing some sacred geometry. So those are things too. I sacred geometry I'd be good with. The specifics, maybe in the phobias, yes, but again, physical, like liver or digestion. I suppose you could send those too, because I mean, certainly the people would be able to absorb those energies and also help them to balance those areas. But again, I kind of felt that the overall was what we were already doing. But this makes perfect sense to me to see these different things here. And now, Kathy, you can see up at the top is the aura. I happen to know that you did get your proficiency training. So in there, it'll tell you and explain to you a little bit about these values. These values, we know that anything over 650 is telling us that there's a very strong possibility that there is quite a bit of imbalance or stress in that particular panel. Okay. We also know that if there is a stress potential value that is well below 200 or 150, I mean anywhere below 200 and especially below 150, that there is a chronic, deep, ongoing stress. So look here what we see for the aura. We see it at 34. Okay, now remember, we're talking about the country of Haiti here. Well, that makes sense to me because there's a lot of energies flowing throughout that country. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of issues with their government. There's a lot of issues with the economics of that country, with the food of that country. I mean, that country is so devastated, really, on an ongoing basis, even when there is not some kind of natural disaster. So to say that there would be some really negative energy in that energy field around Haiti, okay, would be truth. So anytime that you see something like that and that the body is picking the aura scan as something that needs to be done, or the aura screen or profile, it's telling you that there is some energy that needs to be shifted. There could be stagnant energy in there, but there needs to be some shifting of the energy. This is a very nice aura that we picked up. Remember, again, we're doing Haiti, and you can see Haiti right there. Look at this. This is amazing in the energy field of Haiti right now. Look at this pink. You know what pink is? It's love. Green is healing. Okay, look at these areas that are picking this up. I'm not an auric reader, so if anybody is on the call that does do this and does it on an ongoing basis, I'd love to have you weigh in on this. For me, what I'm seeing there is that we are surrounding Haiti with love, and in that love, we're carrying the vibration of healing. I would like to see even more green in there. It's great to be sending love. I mean, love is the highest vibration, and in that love will be the mixture of health and healing. So again, if you were working on an individual and the aura was coming up, it would be telling you that there is the probability that there is some congested energy in that field there. And you can see there that that person is sitting facing us, okay? So that green that's coming down right here is coming down on the left side. The left side is female, okay? So there's a lot of healing being sent and directed to the women in Haiti, and that could be because women are very relational. Men are very logical, so the women of the planet are relating to the mothers and the grandmothers and the women of Haiti. And so I believe that what we're seeing is just this really powerful energy coming in to this area right in here, telling us it's coming in on this female side. And also we can see that there's a lot of green coming in right here, which is what? Our heart chakra. Okay, so a lot of interesting things taking place, and the pink, the love being in the support area, the sacral area there. To me, that's our area of support. So we are sending our love, and it is amazing. When we have crises on this planet, we have so many divisive things and so many ridiculous things that people argue over, but in this moment, we are all one. And it's in that moment that you feel that connectedness. When you came home and you heard for the first time and saw the picture of Matthew there behind that screen, and they said that it was bearing down on Haiti, I can just imagine what you felt. My heart just flipped. My stomach went kaflooey because I thought, of all places, God, they don't need it in Haiti. Not that any of us did. It went through the Bahamas, it went through other island nations, it went through Cuba, and of course into our own country. And of all of those countries, probably Haiti was the one that really kind of impacted me the most, just knowing their living conditions there. So anyhow, I think that we're sending them love, and I think that's a pretty neat aura.
Dolores has an interesting observation as well. She's asking, is there any concern that some of the green is a bit muddy looking? And that's true,
Yes.
especially near the bottom. What's your take on that?
Yes. Yes, indeed, Dolores. Hello. I was going to mention that, and then I thought, no, maybe I won't, but I will now that you brought that up. Anytime you see murky, okay, it's telling us there's stagnation. This is the root, all right? So that probably says it all right there. This is the root of the country, what the country believes about themselves, how they view themselves, how, and this is the way it is for everybody, for humans, for everything. But in this, I am doing what we call personification. I'm giving human characteristics to this country, and generally speaking, I would expect it to be muddied in this root area because, again, this is the beliefs that we carry from the very core of our being, from our ancestral line. Those are the things that are passed down. So yes, yes, yes. Good observation, Dolores. I see other things popping up
Yeah,
over there, Sharon.
she's saying, I know we are focusing on the people of these countries, but maybe we can also add some things about the healing of, and I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this expression, GAIA, in these places, and the mutual cooperation, caring, healing between the people and
Yes, the
GAIA.
land. Yes, definitely. The land masses themselves, the earth, the planet there. Yes, absolutely. The possibilities with your infinity are, hello, infinite. So, absolutely. And things will come to you, all of you, over the next several days, or even this afternoon. You'll have these moments of clarity where you think, oh, of course, I could send energy to this or that or this. Always making sure that you're sending high vibrations, healing vibrations, okay? So yes, definitely. Definitely send healing energy to the planet itself. You know, you could take a picture that comes from Hubble when you see the planet just hanging out there in this utter darkness, and this wonderful blue planet, blue and white planet just hanging out there in the middle of this vast dark. Take a picture of that. Put that on your device. Send healing vibrations to the planet itself. And love, 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 because we all exist because our planet is so amazing and it provides us with such exacting ability to maintain life. I mean, if it was to go, you know, off of its axis just a little bit, catastrophic things happen. If the atmosphere around us was to be just a little bit off, there's catastrophic things that would happen. So yes, send love to your planet. Go outside, lay down on the ground, kiss the planet. I say that in all seriousness. You know, just being out in nature, actually, again, while we were held up by the storm and were not able to really get into Florida at that moment. What we did was, I mean, after we were watched that, lay there mesmerized like everybody does for hours watching it, I said, Sharon and I both said, we got to get outside. We got to go outside. So we took some walks up into the North Carolina mountains and then into the Tennessee Smoky Mountains, and our spirits were enlivened. We were healed just by the energy of the planet, and it gave us the opportunity to send love instead of to join in the cacophony of fear and pain and grief and sadness. It helped us to elevate our spirits above that so that we could be sending what was necessary. I recommend that to you also for those of you that are working with loved ones who have devastating diseases. Create panels for them, okay? Again, because our fear joins their fear. And when we add our energy of fear in with their energy of fear, what happens? It increases. Or our energy of sadness, or our energy of the fear of losing them, or our whatever our emotions are in those times, a plethora of them. Create a panel of how you would like it to be, how they would like it to be, what they would like for themselves, it's infinite. It's infinite, people. You are a vibrational field. Okay, that's what we're looking at right there on that screen, is a vibrational field. And you can put anything in that vibrational field that you choose to. So, when you have somebody that's very ill, create a restoration panel specific to them and use that with them. Send them that vibration. Allow their body to latch on to a higher vibration. And in doing so, you'll be amazed to see shifts and changes in people's experience. You know what? It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes, it is. And our time is up. Just a reminder, if you are working with your Infinity during the week and you come up with a question, just email it to us and we'll hold that question and we will answer it on the next Wednesday call. So you don't have to be concerned about remembering it. We will remember it for you. integritybiofeedback@gmail.com is our email address.
Absolutely. I just wanted to leave you with this. Usually I start out with something interesting, but I choose to leave you with this today. I send you light and love and peace. And may you know your importance in this world. Love one another. Till next week, Sharon and I say au revoir, bonjour. No, we don't say bonjour, we say au revoir.